So today I wanted to film a video on my top 5 tips on how to lose weight and how I lost 35 kg. So tip 1 is to recognise that you probably have a sugar addiction. I've always been big, even when I was in primary school. So I've tried to lose weight so many times by going cold turkey and cutting out all the junk food out of my life. But that's never really worked. All it did was make me really miserable, really irritable, and I felt like I was starving all the time. What I didn't realise was that I had a sugar addiction. Sugar is hidden in large quantities in so many different foods, and what it does is send signals to the reward part of your brain, which gives you that euphoric and energetic feeling. But once that feeling subsides, you want some more. But then each time you go back to grab some more junk food, you end up needing bigger quantities to reach that same level of excitement and joy and fulfillment. Before you know it, it's out of control and you're consuming loads of added sugar without even realising it. This is why going cold turkey doesn't really work, because you're going through withdrawal. So, how did I overcome my sugar addiction? Well, that leads me on to tip number 2. At the start of my weight loss, I was eating whatever I wanted and I still managed to lose weight. What I did was use a calorie tracker to estimate how many calories I should be consuming in order to lose half a kg to a kg a week. And I also made sure that I was weighing out and measuring all of my portions and sticking to the recommended portion size. After a few weeks, I started cutting those portions in half, and then following that, I would only allow myself to have unhealthy foods once a day, until eventually I cut them out completely. What this process did was help wean me off of sugar by slowly reducing the amount that I was consuming, whilst also not feeling like I was being starved or restricted too much. Combining portion control with intermittent fasting also aided to my success. I'm an emotional eater, so midnight snacking was a huge problem for me, but by only allowing myself to eat between 12 PM and 8 PM, I was able to cut out that habit completely. Tip number 3 is don't weigh yourself too often and use your clothes as your indicators. Stepping on the scales can be daunting. When I first decided to lose weight this time around, I didn't even weigh myself at all at the beginning because I was too scared. I didn't want to know. I only stepped on the scales probably 3 weeks into it. The way you feel about your body shouldn't be dictated by a number on a scale. Don't get me wrong, it's important to know where you are so you can make healthy progress. And yes, weighing yourself does count in that. But try to weigh yourself maybe only once a week or every other week, rather than every day like I did at one point. Instead, pick an item of clothing that doesn't fit you anymore, or buy something new in a couple of sizes smaller, and let that be the guide and the reminder of what you have to look forward to once you've finally reached your goal. Tip number 4, don't punish yourself. You're going to slip up, and that's okay. But what isn't okay is then punishing yourself the next day by eating too little or exercising too much. You're only hurting your body by yo-yoing or starving yourself, when really you just need to keep a steady pace and take each day as it comes. And don't worry about what happened yesterday or the mistakes that you made, because today is a fresh start, so carry on with the diet as normal. When I used to try and plan a whole week ahead, I ended up messing up even more because I put so much pressure on myself to have a perfect week, when really I should have been focusing on having a successful day or even just a successful hour. This goes for cheat days as well. So I would have mine every 2 weeks on a Saturday, and I would let myself eat whatever I wanted. However, the next day I would just carry on like nothing happened and continue eating healthily. I love the saying, move in silence. People are so full of opinions, and they're not always going to be positive ones. When I started losing weight, I was excited, so I told people about my journey, but I was met with 1 or 2 people who told me that I wasn't going to do it, I wasn't going to make it wasn't going to work, and you can imagine how discouraging that felt. So save yourself the hassle of trying to explain why you've decided to better your life, because it's your journey, it's yours to achieve, and only you can really do it for yourself. If they ask you why you're eating a salad instead of fried chicken or pizza, just shrug and say, I just feel like it today. and then carry on with your day, because you don't owe anyone an explanation for why you're doing anything. And trust me, once the pounds start falling off you, they're going to be coming to you for tips, asking you what's your secret, asking you to help them out with their own weight loss. So stay strong, only share it with maybe one person who you really know will be behind you, and then it will be so much easier for you. And a bonus tip, motivation is fake. You have to trust in your self-discipline, as that is the only true way to self-love.
I believe that self-discipline is the definition of self-love. That when you say that you love yourself, that means that you have behavior towards yourself that is loving. It's like you say to yourself, hey man, look, I know you want to eat that pizza and it'll be really good, but I can't let you eat that, man, because if you eat that pizza, you're going to feel like shit. And I love you too much to let you eat that.
So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys soon.